Welcome back to the presentation podcast. I'm Fina.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Mira.
And today we thought we might talk about a bit of kind of true crime, kind of murder mystery kind of thingies. Just, because I'm not gonna lie, I got very into true crime and like murder documentaries during the lockdown. Like I used to be terrified of them. Terrified. I couldn't watch them. And I was absolutely terrified. And then out of nowhere, I was like, I love them.
I never got so much into like the documentaries. I more got into, there's this podcast I follow that is like a specific true crime one. And they are the only podcast I follow because it's just, I don't know, it's really nice to hear about those things. And it's so creepy because they cover some of like the goriest, creepiest stuff possible. Like, it's not that bad, but it's bad. Like, it's kind of will make you terrified to sleep at night kind of thing. So I think during like the first lockdown, I got really into them. And I started like listening because they had like loads already. So I've just been listening through them.
Oh my God.
It makes me worried.
I love watching the TikToks to people like doing their makeup on top of sounds that are like murder mysteries.
That's the thing.
So funny.
Yeah, I saw this girl on TikTok and she was doing her makeup and she just started the series and she like does makeup and just kind of like close things, and she done her makeup and she was explaining like how like murder mysteries and stuff like that as she was doing her makeup, and she was just like, yeah, blending. It's just like, so your one killed this fella. I was like, oh my God. I think they're so interesting.
Really weird.
Yeah, they're sad though. They're so sad, and there's so many. There's so many.
Are you realizing now that we live in a messed up world?
Sure. There's like, so what I was watching was there was this show, and it was called. There was 3 different things I used to watch. I can't remember what the third one's called, but I know what the other 2 are called. One was called Britain's Most Evil Killers. How fun. The other one was World's Most Evil Killers, and they used to be on one after another. So I used to watch them both. I used to watch them with we used to all watch them. Like, I watched them with my family. It's kind of weird. And then there was another one. I can't remember what channel. I can't remember what it was called. There's this fella, and it was like these mysteries are unsolved, and it was kind of, they were usually fairly new ones, but the other ones are ones that were like in the 90s and like early 2000s, like the 80s and stuff like that. So it wasn't things like very recent. And then this fella decided he would like go to the family and go to the area, and he like he didn't like investigate, but he tried to figure out what they knew, and then like he kind of helped, and he kind of helped to figure out what was going on. But it was so good, because then in the end it was always like, I know they know what happened, or they found the body, or blah blah blah, and like they had the full story, and your man helped, and it was actually really nice. It was good.
I think those stories are the best, where they're like mysteries and like no one knows what's happened. Like, especially the mysteries where it's been like 30-40 years or something since this thing has happened, and then people finally get truth from it.
That's so sad. These ones were like really recent. Like, some of them were like, they're like 2010 till now. Like, they're very recent, like when the people went missing or whatever happened to them.
I hate watching unsolved ones because I'm like, oh my God, they need like justice, and this just makes me sad.
It annoys me. I want to know what happened.
Like, if I'm dedicated to watching it and then it's like they never found the killer, I'm like, it just went through all that now to be left on a cliffhanger.
Like, the very interesting. Sure, we watched it. Cecil Hotel. That's a series, isn't it? Yeah, we watched a bit of that. The one about the girl who got put in the water tank. Because like, I never finished it, so I was like, what happened? But they're all unsolved. That's the thing about the Cecil Hotel. They're all unsolved, aren't they?
I think so.
I want to know what happened.
Madeleine McCann's case annoys me a lot because it hasn't been solved. But what are your opinions? Because I think it was her parents.
Not a clue. Didn't they find something recently? A man who was like
They made a documentary about it. Did you watch it? Oh my god, it was
They
the
made
best thing
one?
ever. There was an episode about like sniffer dogs, like went into the hotel room and they found like Maddie's blood behind the couch, something in the fridge, and something
Oh
in
Jesus.
and they found Maddie's blood in a car that her parents rented 2 weeks after she went missing.
Oh god.
Oh
Yeah,
no. But
like
didn't they found someone who'd previously done something similar to what happened to her.
that happened. They were doing that now for years.
They found her body.
What?
They found her body. Oh wait,
No.
no, was that the more recent one? No, I'm getting mixed up with a different one. There's a more recent thing that happened. It was like similar enough to Madeleine McCann's thing. It was like another young girl. A very similar thing happened to her, but not like she got taken out of her room and like not the thing with the parents, but like she was on holidays, I think. And they found, I don't know, didn't they figure out some stuff about Madeleine McCann though? About some fella who was like, he
was like living in a camper van.
That's yeah. I was getting mixed up between two there.
But I don't think anything came of that.
Yeah, but he
I
was
think it's
around
like
at
that
that
was-
time.
That was ages
I think it's
ago.
with all this, it's like it happened so long ago that there's not really much that they can prove now. Like unless someone straight up confesses to it, they're not going to be able to solve it. Like it's not like they're going to be able to find new evidence of, oh my god, her blood is on his shirt or this kind of stuff. Like there's no point to that, looking for that kind of stuff anymore, because it's gone. It's just like, that's why it's like in these investigations it's so important that like the first however many hours are so important, because that's when you're going to actually find all this evidence.
The first 48 in the missing persons.
I think she's still alive. I know that's so unlikely, but I think she's probably still alive.
What, like sold?
No, but like, I don't know, like maybe she's nearly like been enslaved kind of a thing by the person who took her. Do you know what I mean? Like that would make sense, you know, like it's probably the type of thing that
she'd be about 18 now.
She'd be our age. No, she's the same age as us. She's about 16. I know this because someone I know was over in the same part. Madeleine McCann's case just happened. She was young. She's like 4. No. She was young enough, wasn't she? She was just like 4. Very young.
She was 2002 or 3, I think she was born.
Yeah, I'd say 3 because I know she was very close to our age. But she was very young when this happened. And how old is she? She was like, why do I have 4 in my head? I think I'm wrong, but
it was 3.
Yeah, I knew it was 3 or 4. And someone I know said that they were over in the exact part. Was it Spain? Or am I wrong there again?
No, it was Portugal.
Portugal, I knew it was one of them. She's over in Portugal in the exact place where all Madeleine McCann's thing happened. And Madeleine McCann was blonde, right? And this girl looked like Madeleine McCann when she was a child, when she was very young. Same age as her, like, and she looked like her, and people started like harassing her parents thinking that she was Madeleine McCann.
Jesus.
And they had to go home early from their holiday. Someone I know told me that, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah. I was like, imagine how hard that would be though. Like people were like harassing her parents saying like,
I know that would be, that's so bad.
You would like freak yourself out. You'd be like, what?
What do you think about the like recent murders of the people on like, was it the farm or something? Did you hear about that one?
The brothers
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
oh
the
my
brothers,
god.
and like everyone thinks it was over like land or something.
Oh, 100%. This has happened so many times. Do you not know about this? This happened twice within the last like year or 2.
Yeah.
2 different families. And it was the same idea. It was like murder-suicide type of thing. But this is like a really common thing apparently. Like that, like families, like when a pair, like when the owner of the land dies and they're giving the land to their children or whatever, there's like war over it. Like this is like twice. It was North Cork, wasn't it? No. Where was it?
Yeah, I think
It was
so.
Middleton or something. It was something over there, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Imagine that. It was somewhere it was somewhere around there and it happened twice. I was like, oh my god. But it's the same idea, like that people like one of them they left a note and they were this is not the last one that happened though before. They left a note and they were like this is why, this is what happened, we know what happened, blah, 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 blah. And they explained everything. But the recent one, there wasn't clarification about that, but that's what people think happened anyway. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
And oh my God, wasn't there another recent thing? It was a couple of months ago. A corpse being found when the council were doing work and they found a cardigan. Do you hear about this?
I hadn't heard about that one at all.
Not hear about this one. And it was on, oh, what's it called? What's the thing that to be on RTE? Crime Call. It's on Crime Call as well. I love Crime Call. That's a great one.
You're just obsessed with this kind of stuff. Like if your whole family is gathering to watch these documentaries and all this.
Crime Call is no. Have you never seen Crime Call? I haven't seen Crime Call. No. This is just like if there's crimes around Ireland, they'll be like, if you were there, if you saw, they'll like show CCTV and everything.
I figured that much. That it's like we're calling on people who were around here who saw this, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And they were just asking if anybody knew who owned the cardigan. It was like it was said to be an old woman. I remember they said that she had arthritis and everything. They knew she had like rheumatoid arthritis or something like that just by looking at her body, and they knew she was like 70 years old, and she had this white like knitted cardigan. I think. Queeve, did you hear about this at all? No, it's just me.
I think you're just obsessed with all this kind of stuff.
This is on the news.
Yeah, I
like
was watching the news a while ago now, listening to Mihaal's new speech, and before it came on, they were talking about crime up in Dublin, and there was an old man now. He's after being murdered in his house.
Jesus.
Like if they said it was a gruesome now looking at his body. They said he got a gruesome death, like an old man, and he said everybody knew him in the neighborhood. Like said he was so lovely, like he'd never pass you without saying hello. Like I was nearly in tears.
That's so sad.
I was like,
apparently something on Roachtown a while ago. For anybody watching now, by the way, we're recording this on a Thursday night, because you'll probably know what we're talking about. But something happened in Roachtown a while ago. A shooting, I think.
Oh, I've never heard of that anyway.
Not heard of that one.
It only just happened. The whole of the road is closed off.
Oh, I can remember only during the lockdown, me and my mum and my dad were watching a documentary about a stabbing in Rochestown, like two girls. They were getting ready to go out, and a fellow walked into the house and just stabbed them.
Jesus.
One of them survived, and the other one, her friend, then died. But her brother had only just left, and he was like, "Do you want to get in with my friend now? We'll drop you into town." And they were like, "No, we called the taxi. It'll be here soon." And then he left, and then about 5 minutes later, they were both stabbed.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Yeah. So
I'm
his
sure there
sister then died, and the friend then lived. But your man then he went to jail, like, and he got left out then for a funeral, and he was just walking around Cork City, and they never
That's
told
always something
her
about
that he
bail
was
that
out.
I've never understood. Like yes, I understand that, like, if you need to go get things in order or that kind of thing, but it's just a way for the government to make money. Like, it really is. Like, there is no point if you are on trial for murder or something, or just any of those kind of things where it's very possible that you could do something again, then there's absolutely no reason that just because you paid a small fine, you should be able to just get out and walk around. Like, it's obviously different if you're in for a different reason. Like, I don't know.
Robbing
I'm trying to think of a good
an
example.
arrow bear.
Exactly.
Like he got like
you robbed-
20 years
you
for
robbed the
stabbing
shop.
the one. He got like 20 years for stabbing the one, and then he got life for killing the other one. But then like his mom or something died, and then
I
he was
just clocked what you just said. He came out after bailing himself out and killed the friend.
no,
Okay,
No,
what am
he
I
wasn't
thinking?
on bail. He wasn't
No,
on
like as
bail.
in
Like
he bailed himself out, like.
no,
He was let out to
like
go
he
to a
was
funeral.
he was let out to go to like after he was sentenced, now sent to jail, like for his life. He was let out for a funeral, like only for like the weekend, and was to go back then. But he was just walking around Cork City. They never told you one. Like she literally could have bumped into him on the street.
Imagine if she had.
But
Imagine the
who's the
absolute
girl?
shock that would go through her.
Who's the second person he killed? So, 'cause you said he got 20 years for one and life for another.
He got 20 years for stabbing her,
For the
like
aggravated
for
assault.
breaking in and stabbing her. Cause yeah, like for hurting her, and then he got life then for killing you one.
Wait, so he also stabbed the friend?
Yeah, like
He
he
stabbed
tried
them
to kill
both.
them both,
Only one died.
Oh.
but he only lived like a few doors down the street. Like he wasn't like, it wasn't like premeditated. Like he just got out of his house with a knife in his pocket, saw that their lights were on. Like he saw them in the window and went, "Oh, I'm just gonna go in there." So
What a
Jesus.
psycho.
yeah, no, he got kicked out at the pub. I'm sure, like they kicked him out, and then he was angry, so he went home, got a knife, walked back out, and then
And
saw
killed
the two
some
girls in the
innocent
window.
strangers.
Just went in and stabbed them.
Like, I don't. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't drop any idea in my head where somebody would get the idea that that is anyway okay. Do you know what I mean?
Like that movie now we were watching today in arts. Like your man was like,
22nd of July.
they
It's
chose
July
me for
10th.
this mission.
June or July.
Yeah.
The
July.
22nd of July, yeah.
That was something else.
He was like,
That really was, yeah.
and then when he walked into the cabin and they were all sitting against the window, and he was like, "You're all gonna die today."
And they were like, what? Bang! I was like,
He was like, "Pow, pow, pow, pow." I was actually crying today watching it. Like it was so sad. Like poor
It was so
Vigar.
emotional.
oh,
Like,
we were
especially,
there
you know
going, we
what-
were walking home today from school and we were trying to figure out how to pronounce their names. Because they say
It was
it.
Vigar or Vihar.
It was like VR. We were just trying to figure out how they
Every
pronounce
time
it.
someone said his name, it was different.
Yeah, because like they all had like a slight little, it's Norway, wasn't it? It was like a slight Norwegian
They all
accent.
had different accents, like they were from different districts. Like, you know, like you would have Northern Cork and Southern, like we'd have different accents.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out how they pronounce their names. It was very funny. But that was really sad. And the thing is, that's true. And the fact that's a true story, I love watching.
Makes it worse. And he like got a letter and was like, "Oh my god, I got fan mail."
That part, I was like, oh.
Everybody's
I think
face
that's
just went,
I'm pretty sure
thing
that's
that
the girl
got
though, the
me-
girl that VR is friends with.
Lara,
Lara, that was her name.
and her sister died.
It was
like
a sister,
Bono or
though, yeah. Like, I think what got me the most was how, like, calm and collected he was through the whole process. Like, he got arrested and he was like, yes, I have done this and I
and
would
he
do
was
it
just
again.
eating his pizza.
There's going to be more attacks. And yes, I would like to take a small break now. And
I cut
I
my
will
finger on
negotiate
one
and
of the
all this stuff.
victims' skull. I don't
That-
want it to get
that
infected.
part, oh my god.
I freaked at that. Freaked.
I saw your face, you just went,
I was like, oh, we never
Is he
finished the movie
joking?
though, and I really want to finish it.
Oh my god, we still have like 45 minutes left in it. I have to finish it.
Same.
I'm definitely going to watch it over the weekend then.
Oh yeah.
I'll watch the whole thing though, so I'll probably go and watch it with my family. So.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, "Oh mom, we started this in school. Watch."
I'd be like, I have a great movie suggestion for us to watch this weekend.
But I don't think I could sit. That felt like 4 years then we were watching that movie today. Like we were
I think
just
it
sitting
will
there
be
and
it
I
would
was-
be fun
I was
though if like
moving,
you're
I was
able
like-
to do other stuff. Like you're actually able to get up every now and then, or you're able to like go on your phone or something. I think that's why it felt so long today.
You can
Because it
pause
was
Yeah.
it. Because I needed to go to the bathroom for like half the movie, and I was like, I don't want to go. I was like dying. I was-
Everybody, one after the other, were going to the toilet.
I know.
I think most of the time it was just so that they could get up and move.
Have you ever seen the movie Everest?
No.
Is it on Netflix?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's about there was a group of people who went up to the top of Everest. Some of them didn't make it. All these things were happening on the way up. This is true story, completely true.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit, like obviously it's based on a true story. It's what they have to say, but it's basically true. Like you can look it up. I can't remember what year it was now. I can't remember what year it was. But and then when they came back down, there was a big. Oh no, it was fog or something. There's a big storm, and it was difficult. This is difficult. I'm not going to give away too much, but it's a very good movie. Very good movie. And I was crying. Actually, there's one part where you start to bawl and everyone just went.
I always
you
cry
okay?
at movies. Like genuinely, most movies I will cry at some point.
If
And then
it's
it's
happy,
so-
I'll cry. If it's sad, I'll cry. If it's funny, I'll cry.
I'm definitely crying laughing. Definitely crying laughing, innit? Yeah.
Like, it's
Oh,
not
no.
funny.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very bad for crying watching movies. Oh my, like, I'm just going to talk about this movie now. It was about the Boxing Day tsunami. Oh my god, The Impossible is called. Saddest movie you'll ever watch. Poor baby Tom Holland. Oh my god, I actually, that is so not the reason I turned it on. But like, it was very sad and I cried every single minute
Debatable.
of the movie. Like, I went through like a whole roll of Scarlet Road just sobbing. Like, my mom was like, I'm going to turn off the movie, you're crying too much. And I was like, you can't turn it off.
One movie I
sobbing.
will never not cry at is Miracles from Heaven.
I only watched that
I've
the other day
never,
and I was
never heard
bawling.
of it.
Did Miss
I've
Reynolds
watched
not
it like
tell
5
you
times.
about
It's like
it?
my favorite movie.
Did Miss
For me,
Reynolds
what's
not
one
tell
that I
you
always
about it?
cry at? I cry at a lot of movies all the time, but I think the one that always really gets me is Hunger Games. There's just some bits in there that
I
I'm
haven't
just
seen that in
absolutely
ages.
mad.
Or
Never
Marley
seen
and
Hunger
Me.
Games. I've never seen the Hunger
Marley-
Games.
Marley and Me.
You need to watch them.
Marley and Me. I watched that. I think the last time I watched that, I was tiny. I was so young.
Oh my god, Marley and Me is like such a sad movie.
Never seen it.
Wow. Oh my god, like I actually, Marley and Me is too sad. Or like A Dog's Journey.
I've never heard of any of these films.
And the dog dies like every 5 minutes.
Dog's Journey,
Spoiler
Mira.
alert.
Honestly,
Oh my
it's
god,
so,
screaming.
especially when you have a dog and you're like,
I was
You need
holding
to
my
just send me
dog
a
then and
list
I was
of all
like,
the
"It's
movies I need
okay."
to watch, and then I'm just gonna sit
It's
down
okay.
for a weekend and just watch movies and just watch through the list that you give me.
what's another one I love?
I'm trying to think of like true stories.
Yeah, I like those ones. What else did I watch?
Did you ever see
A
the
street
series?
cat named Bob.
What's that?
It's actually it's very dark. It's about a fella who's like, is he a heroin addict? But he's addicted to drugs in some way or another. I can't remember what it is he's addicted to, but and he tries to get off it, and this street cat who he named Bob helps him.
Oh, lovely.
All I'm gonna say, so I don't want to give away too much. This was years ago now I watched this. This was a couple of years
A
ago.
drug
but-
support cat.
Yeah.
I think the drug support cat would be a way better name for that movie.
No, but he called the cat Bob. So street cat named Bob.
Bob the drug
I'll go back.
support cat.
Okay, I'll go back to what I was talking about. This now has gone back to crime, right? Because I just thought about this. But it's a true story. But they made a series about it. I haven't watched the series, but like it's about Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
watched it too. I watched about an episode and I was terrified.
And she faked that she was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And then you see her walking out then in the court. Yeah, and her hair all long. I was like,
I
and she
watched the
made
first
it-
episode and about a half, and then I was
she
scared to
ran
watch it
off
by
with the
myself.
boyfriend. She ran off
I
with the
heard about
boyfriend
that one.
and
I heard
she
about
was
that
like,
one on
"You
the
have to kill my
podcast I was
mom."
talking about.
But he was like autistic or something. She like proper manipulated him.
What is that series actually called? Because I've only heard of that story through the podcast I was telling you about earlier, but I didn't know that there was a series made about it.
It's called The Act.
Okay.
and like it's your one from The Kissing Booth. Have you seen that movie?
No,
Yeah.
but I've heard of it.
It's from The Kissing Booth, and your man from Austin and Ally. They play Gypsy and the boyfriend,
Yeah.
but the boyfriend is like autistic and all that.
I didn't know that. I didn't get far enough into it to figure out what was going on.
I've just actually seen like the proper thing, like not the actual series, but I've seen like a thing about Gypsy and her mother.
Is there a musical about it too? Why do I feel like there's a musical about it? There is a musical
kind of-
called Gypsy, but it's not that one.
Yeah, there's like a new movie out. It just came onto Netflix. It's called Run. But it's about a mother that injects like dog tranquilizers, like dog medicine, into her daughter, that her legs stop working, and so that she's in a wheelchair.
What's it
What
called?
mother would actually do that to your child?
It's so that they can
really?
take care of you, and that
I
You'll
know,
never
I get
leave
that and
them.
everything, but like really, like to that degree, to the point where you're the one inflicting the pain on them.
What's
yeah,
it
but they don't
called?
see it like that. They're like, this way you'll never leave me. You'll always need me.
Yeah,
What's it
Like I
called when
have
people
to
do
take care
that?
of you.
What's it called?
I don't know
can't
what it's called.
It's like a condition.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Have
But
to
like
look
that's
it up.
that's
I'm
what
sorry, it's gonna annoy me.
Gypsy's mother did as well.
yeah.
Like I don't think it was dog tranquilizers, like,
Mm.
but it was definitely something like.
No way. I think she just convinced Gypsy that she couldn't walk.
No, she didn't convince Gypsy. She convinced the doctors that she couldn't, and
Yeah.
then the doctors gave her loads of medication for it.
And she
completely knocked her
she
out.
convinced Gypsy's father that Gypsy had leukemia or something.
That's why she
Yeah.
used to shave her head. Yeah.
And wasn't it like that every like couple of months she'd like move town or something because the attention was running out, so she'd always get to this new place and it was like all the attention was on her, and oh my god, your poor child, and oh, is she okay?
Yeah.
And then as soon as like that attention started running out, she'd just move to a new place.
Oh, I found
Yeah.
out what it's called. Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what it is. Munchausen syndrome. Or I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but that's what it is. Anyway.
Yeah.
I had to look that up. That's gonna annoy me.
Yeah.
Yeah. This turned from true crime to true crime plus a little bit of movies.
Yeah, it went from true crime to true movies.
Yeah, exactly. I love true movies though. They're so good. Like
They are like they're
Maker
either
from Heaven,
sad or
true.
they're weird.
Maker from Heaven, true story.
Very good true story. I watched a movie the other day. It was called, what was it called anyway? I Still Believe or something. It was about this one, and she gets cancer, and her boyfriend is like a singer, like he's an aspiring singer. He gets like famous, and like she's very religious, and they like pray for a miracle, and then she's cured, and then they get married. Oh, this is proper spoilers now, because I'm gonna spoil the whole thing. They get married, and then at their honeymoon, then she gets sick, and then they go to the doctor, and she's riddled with cancer. Like she was cured, like there wasn't anything in her. It all of a sudden gone. Like she was being sent for a hysterectomy because she had cancer. She had like
Yeah.
ovarian cancer. She had to get a hysterectomy, and when they brought her down for the surgery, they were like, there is nothing wrong with her. She doesn't have cancer. So they brought her back up. She never got her hysterectomy. She was cured. They went off, got married. At the end of their honeymoon, then she got sick, riddled with cancer. She died. Like,
That is such a
Spoiler.
You're not
spoiler.
invited anyone watching the movie anymore because you've just ruined the whole thing.
oh yeah, but like it's actually so sad. But it's like KJ Apa from
Not anymore.
Riverdale.
Who?
KJ Apa from Riverdale is in it. Mm.
Oh, I know who that is. Okay, well, we go back to a bit of true crime. Mira, you said you have a little bit of a game for us.
Indeed, I do.
A very
So-
fun-sounding game.
So this is a game. Arsonist. This is a game. Arsonist, killer, or kidnapper. So
I'm not
I'm
gonna have
going
a
to
clue.
say, I'm going to say a criminal's name, and the two of you have to say which one they are, and whichever one of you like gets the point. If you both get it, then you both get a point, and whoever has the most points at the end wins, obviously. So some of them obviously are going to overlap, like some kidnappers are also going to be killers and so on and so forth, but just whichever one they're most known for.
That's not fair.
So the first one, starting off really easy, Ted Bundy.
Killer.
Killer.
I said
Yes.
it first.
I know who he is. It's not who gets it first.
It doesn't matter who says it first, you both get the point.
Yeah, I knew who Ted Bundy was.
Okay,
Everybody
next.
knows who
Too
Ariel
many murder
Castro.
documentaries. Wait, what?
Who?
Who?
Ariel Castro.
Kidnapper.
Murderer?
Kidnapper.
No! I was gonna say kidnapper, but I felt like if I said it, Queen would have been like, "That'll be me."
Yeah. That's so right. Mm.
Philip Garrido.
Arsonist.
Killer.
Kidnapper.
Oh.
Again, another obvious one. Myra Hindley.
That's not very obvious. I don't know who that is.
Have you not heard of this one?
Killer.
Kidnapper.
Killer.
Arsonist. Oh, I said killer first. Yeah.
Okay. Terry Barton.
Arsonist. It had to be arsonist. You hadn't done one yet.
Julio Gonzalez.
Kidnapper.
Oh, killer.
Arsonist.
Is he not the football player? That's Fernandez as well, isn't it?
Who?
There's a documentary on Netflix about this killer, and he was like a football player, not like an American football player.
Jesus.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Paul Keller.
Kidnapper.
Arsonist.
That was such a kidnapper name.
His name is literally Paul Keller. I was like Killer.
Exactly. It's so ironic.
It was such a kidnapper's name.
No, I think such a killer. His name is literally Keller. Keller the
Basic
Killer.
name.
Keller the Killer.
Okay, keep going.
Charles Manson.
Killer.
Arsonist.
Killer.
I'm so
I
annoyed. I'm
actually
so
love
competitive.
I always lose these games. I do it so well.
Benjamin Christensen.
Kidnapper.
Killer.
Arsonist.
I was gonna say arsonist. Why am I? Oh, this is such a weird game.
I'm having so much fun.
Jake Patterson.
Ooh, kidnapper.
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 Yeah, kidnapper.
That was a guess,
Yeah.
but I don't know why that's just stuck in my head.
That's a kidnapper name.
Why? Imagine anybody watching this now and that's their name.
I know, yeah.
Go on.
Richard Allen Davis.
Ooh.
Killer.
Killer.
Kidnapper.
I was gonna say kidnapper. Sugar.
Laura, you say that for everyone you get wrong.
I know, yeah.
No,
There's
but I'm
only
always
3
between two.
options.
I'm always
Yeah. Raymond Lee Euler.
Ooh,
Even.
arsonist.
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 Go on.
Keep going.
Edmund Kemper.
Killer.
Kidnapper.
Killer.
Edmund
Like
is such a
Kimo!
killer name.
I give up.
Joel Rifkin.
Kidnapper.
Killer.
Nice.
Okay, and last one. Brian David Mitchell.
Kidnapper.
Kidnapper.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've heard his name before.
I'm so odd. I'm so competitive.
I'm actually delighted because I think that's the first game I've ever won. I've lost all the games.
Trying to think back.
We should just go through the Instagram. I have all the results up there.
You won the very first game.
I'm actually delighted.
Who was first
It was the
game?
food
No one-
one.
No one won the first game because it was like the controversial food ones. So there was
That
no
was
winner.
And then the second
fun
game
topic
then
to
was
talk
with
about.
the
That was
second game was between the teachers. That wasn't even us.
Yeah.
That was a
Third
very
game.
fun topic to talk about. The controversial food opinion. That was very funny.
That was so funny.
Like I found out that Quiva likes to put hot milk in her cereal, and I'll never speak
Oh
to her.
god, don't even get me started on the hot milk. That is
I'd
yeah.
love a cereal right now.
Oh no! Leave so and get your weird cereal.
Hot milk is
Me and Mary can continue the podcast if you want
hot
to go
milk
get
and
your weird cereal.
cornflakes at night time. With loads of
Yes,
sugar.
With
Massive.
really, really cold milk.
Hot milk.
I don't like cereal, full stop.
Hot milk makes you
Weirdo.
sleepy.
The only cereal I eat is Cocoa Pops. And I
They're
don't
so
have
bad for you. That's so much sugar.
I don't like cereal. I don't eat
Just
cereal.
have Rice Krispies with chocolate milk.
Ew.
It's the exact same thing.
I don't like cereal.
Rice Krispies and chocolate milk is the same thing as Cocoa Pops with normal milk.
But I just don't like cereal.
The only good thing about Cocoa Pops is the chocolate milk.
Not if it's warm.
Yeah.
Viva, I might vomit. That's disgusting. That's
I cannot have cold milk.
rotten. That
I don't like milk. I can only drink milk if it's warm.
Why don't you just
Don't
make
like milk.
porridge or something then? Then it's acceptable to have it warm.
What?
Why not just make porridge or something then? Because then it's acceptable to have it
I
warm.
don't like porridge. Porridge is so boring.
You can put so much in it though.
true. I'm not gonna I
Ew.
never eat it myself, but if you're into the warm milk business,
Yeah.
I don't like porridge. I have porridge pancakes.
Do I
Like I
want
make
to?
pancakes with bananas, eggs, and porridge rolls. They're actually massive. They're
like
protein pancakes. They're called. They're
I'll
actually
eat a
delight.
banana straight up, right? I'll eat a banana straight up. But I don't like it I like it when it's not as ripe because it's a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like
Like the
green
one that's still a little
bananas.
bit
They're
green?
too. It has to be just
Yeah.
yellow.
Maybe just like I like when they're very fresh, but
Same.
banana flavored things, the smell more than anything is vile.
I love bananas. Like I like banana ice cream.
Banana ice cream's a thing.
Whoever
Yeah.
invented that needs to get a slap. That's disgusting.
Banana ice cream is lovely. In between two wafers. Yum.
You're making it worse the more you speak.
Quiva, I think we're all just judging you and your food at this point.
That's so mean. I'm allowed my own opinion.
Exactly. That's why it's controversial food opinions.
Equal rights.
Oh,
Equal
ew.
rights for banana ice cream.
I'm fine with that, but not equal rights for more milk. That's just not happening. I'm sorry.
Equal rights for warm milk and banana ice cream.
Ew, yuck. Oh, my favorite ice cream is just chocolate. Chocolatey ice cream, you kind of
I like strawberry ice cream.
My favorite fruit is strawberries, but I don't like strawberry ice cream. So I don't like fake strawberry flavored things. They kind of taste
Mm.
Tastes like strawberries.
Yeah, what about you? What's your favorite ice cream?
I don't really know. Probably chocolate as well. Like I don't
Why do I
really
feel like
have
it
it
was
that
cookie dough?
often. I don't think I've ever had cookie dough.
I don't know why that was in my head. I feel like everyone secretly
What?
likes cookie dough.
Has what?
Cookie dough.
Oh, yeah. I like cookie
Like
dough.
I haven't really had that many different types that I don't
I'm always
really
just
know.
Have you ever had
Yeah,
Ben and
yeah.
Jerry's chocolate brownie ice cream?
I've never
No,
had
it's
anything
Ben and
Ben and
Jerry's.
Jerry's.
You know what it is? Ben and Jerry's fish food.
I haven't had that. That sounds vile. Fish food.
I'll let you know right now, it's nothing to do with fish or the foods that fish eat.
Obviously not.
It's only called fish food because you get these little dark chocolate fish in them. There's like marshmallow. It's like chocolate ice
I've
cream.
never had Ben and
Caramel
Jerry's
swirl. I think
ice
it's
cream.
caramel and marshmallow, like a little swirl kind of thing through it, and then the chocolate yolks. In fairness, now we've gotten a little bit off topic. We went from true crime to movies, true movies, and then somehow managed to swing our way back around to controversial food opinions. So
And the warm milk.
and warm
It's
milk
a
and
crime
how
against food.
disgusting it is.
I'm a crime to food.
Exactly. Maybe it does all have its own little bubble.
My
Any other
food
game?
opinions are criminal.
And the Quiver probably won. But anyway, thank you for everybody for listening today. Hope you enjoyed it, and it apparently you preferred the more chatty podcast. So if you do, we'll probably be doing a bit more like this. So
Be sure to leave any suggestions you have and just any general comments.
Thanks for listening. Bye.